Hello, this is Padge and welcome back to another episode of Padge Plays YOLO Edition with the game Orion Trail. We're doing alright, we're in the middle of mission 4, stats are doing a-okay, crew's a little on the low side along with the food, but fuel and hull capacity is absolutely fine and we're smashing it. We have got our 3 latest commentators as of the recording of this video along for the ride. No one's taken any hits yet. We have come across 2 away missions, both we've done before, so I've only done the 1, but being roughly halfway through this mission, I haven't got a lot to really moan about. It's all going a-okay. A-okay. The one thing we do need to do though, as you can see, is hit up a shop of some sort. Now that either means that we need to hit up the Planet Detected mission, or just go straight to this little shop down here. I'm thinking this time around, because we do have another anomaly, we've got 2, haven't we? Although we have got a shop here, I suppose. You know what? We'll go for the planet. We'll go for the planet. What can we go for first, though? I hear you scream at the monitor. Stop bloody jibber-jabbering. It's been a minute already. We have got the Class B star, where we can pick up some food, or we can go to the Orange Nebula, where we can pick up some food. As it stands, they're both at 1 threat, so there's not a lot of difference. For the sake of being able to do, or have the options of doing 2 next time, we'll come down to the Nebula, I think. And off we go. Food Replicator Revolt. The AI controlling the ship's food replicator has decided that it's graduated from common food and is only willing to produce tiny portions of space gourmet meals from now on. But it's burger night and the crew really just wants their burgers. I can't blame them. I can't blame them. I'd be the same. So we can punch the replicator, make the damn burgers ourselves, or study the replicator. I think the science stat dictates we will be studying the replicator. You don't think it's typical for a chef AI to suddenly develop its own desires and revolt? That sort of behaviour has historically been restricted to weapon systems. Intrigued, you set your science team on isolating and studying the AI. Well, yes, if anything's ever going to get buggered up, it's going to be the weapon systems. Just as you need them as well, no doubt. That's usually how it goes. It's a success. I'd like to think it should be with science that high. Your researchers managed to isolate the cause. It's a rerouting of the neuro-nano-digital sciencey science things. You are only kind of paying attention to their explanation. They use this discovery to boost the AI's efficiency. So a little bit of food for us. Tippity-top. Now it's on to the Class M star, just so we do have the option of going to the shop if need be. It is a 2 threatener though, whereas that is only a 1 threatener. And you know what? I did kind of promise you some story, so let's do the 1 threatener. It's safer after all. You know, logic dictates. Planetary realignment. The deadly space pirate Planetary has escaped prison. He is seeking vengeance on you and your crew for sending him away those long years ago. So we can ask the science team to outsmart this foe. We can find the perfect place to hide, or maybe if we disguise ourselves. Well, we're going to outsmart him. Look at him. He doesn't look stable. I'm sure he's easy enough to outsmart. You follow the science team's advice and launch an insult bomb to demoralize the pirates into surrendering. I'm all about demoralizing people in general, I guess. I'm with my acid tongue. They're a big bunch of flibber flobbers. There we go, done it. With each vulgar volley, Planetary's chase slows. Soon his ship changes course towards the nearest ice cream nebula. Stories of dissing Terry spread across the galaxy. Some of your crew think you're a bully though. Well, that's the price you pay sometimes, I'm afraid. To be in this awesome Class M planet, off we go. You are hailed by a jerry-curled zombie in a studded red leather jacket from a nearby moon. The alien raises 1 sequin glove in greeting, inviting you to the surface. Are you curious enough to form an away team? Darkness falls across this land. Shamone. Let's take the moonwalk. Right, who's going to go? Who's got the best stats? So Billy P has 2, 1 and 1. Dogman has 1, 1, 2 and 1. And Lebowski has 1, 1 and 1. 1, 1, 2 and 1, 2, 1, 1. It's got to be Dogman again. I mean, he hasn't taken a beating from last time. He's our go-to guy in this one, it would seem. Meeting the pop zombies. The yellow-eyed leader, Jackson, greets you. The pop zombies' entire society has been built around a single Earth transmission from the year 1983. Perfect year. What a year. Year I was born. Boom. Leather-clad zombies look at you expectantly. What will you do next? Everyone knows my age now. Shit. And follow Jackson's lead. Let's do this. Dogman27 suggests this moon deserves a closer look, and you agree. You give the order to explore and follow this strange Jackson character. As the away team ambles along, Jackson, king of the pop zombies, asks a favour of your crew. Will they act as extras in a soft drink commercial he's filming? There will be cool pyrotechnics and everything. It'll be perfectly safe. Now, I'm not sure who's watching this. And, oh God, have you seen that guy down the bottom? He is jigging out. That is awesome. He's ready for this pop video. We can't let him down. We've got to do the commercial. But yeah, this refers back to a Pepsi commercial which Michael Jackson did where he ended up burning himself and supposedly never quite recovered, which is why he went on to the painkillers, which eventually ended up killing him. There you go. There's a pop fact for you. Do the commercial. During a pyrotechnical malfunction, Jackson and Dogman27 are injured on the set. Dogman27 better appreciates the danger of pyrotechnic displays from now on and attempts to press on. I'm sorry, friend. You have earned as a stat, though, which is good. Ouch. As they explore the moon, your team finds a creepy abandoned amusement park. It's probably unsafe, but looks oddly inviting. As the team ventures towards it, a menacing horde of abandoned llamas charge from the trees nearby. I have, going on my background, rotating, this is my Windows background, lots of abandoned building pictures. I find them absolutely fascinating, and my favourites are pictures taken from abandoned theme parks. There's just something very haunting about it. I will probably end up doing a video on this in the future, but I have a thought, which is something which has accumulated over the past few years. I frequent a seaside town by the name of Weston-super-Mare, and we go at all times of the year, and there is nothing spookier than walking into an empty arcade with all the sounds going off, all that buzz, and it's empty. It's a really weird feeling. If you ever get the chance and you're walking past an arcade, a decent sized arcade, and it looks empty, just go in and absorb it. It's proper spooky. But anyway, I digress. Let's use a llama call. Meh. I don't know if that's a llama. I don't know. Dogman reaches into a shirt pocket to produce a standard issue llama call, engineered by scientists to work in such cases. This should come in handy. Once again, meh. I mean, it's a couple of, you know, critical successes which could possibly happen, or not, as the case may be. Bollocks. Dogman blares the llama call loudly, hoping to stop the beasts. At that specific decibel level and inflection, it proves to be a llama mating call. Some red shirts are crushed in the confusion. Oh, booger. We've still got the jolly guy, the dancing robot, so I'm happy. Who did we lose though? Wit and Ken Badas. I wonder who this is. I don't want to lose him. You encounter a sidewalk where some of the tiles light up. They appear to form a pattern. Dogman considers their options. So we can solve the puzzle or jump over the sidewalk. I mean, do we get a choice on what we do here? Like, stat-wise? We'll try and solve the puzzle because we've got science. Oh dear. With a few scrapes, your crew dances on the sidewalk until the tiles light up in exactly the right pattern. Jackson hosts a special reception with the traditional beverages only served to those who can get down. It tastes strangely like fuel. Alright, I'll dig it. No! We've lost Jules. The dancing robot. You'd have thought if anyone was going to drink fuel, the robot would be okay drinking fuel. That's all I'm going to say on that. Jackson faces the away team and informs Dogman that it is customary for all new arrivals to participate in a dance-off. Those who succeed will be rewarded handsomely. Those who fail, not so much. So we can dance our butts off, question the rules, or download the dance programs. I must have been a dance commander. Dogman asks that all dance programs in the ship's computer be downloaded into the team's datapads. This should give your team an edge, right? Well, I give the orders here. Alright. I give the orders here. Alright. Oh, maybe not. The programs suggested by the computer are all optimized for zombies, who have a greater range of motion than your team, injuring Dogman. Jackson and his team outdance yours, taking some prisoners as a prize. Oh dear. It's not looking good, Dogman. Oh god. The pop zombies are really cool. It's clear that they don't understand the context of the transmission they've built their entire civilization around. Should Dogman try to tell Jackson? So we can keep the secret or we can tell him the truth. I mean, they have been killing our crew. Do we just tell them that their entire lives are a lie? I think they might react badly to that. You know, call me, you know, defensive. I think we'll keep the secret. Darkman decides that it's important not to interfere, so the pop zombies should be allowed to exist exactly as they are, without understanding the context. They continue to exist naively in their funky dance-filled bubble. I mean, why not? Why not? Leave them to it. Let me pick up a science. Despite any differences, both your team and the pop zombies have enjoyed your visit. As you prepare to leave their moon, your new friends throw you a super fun farewell party and send you packing with lots of leftovers. What swell zombies. So we got a little bit of crew back. In fact, everyone who died, I think we get back anyway. And we get food. And we got an extra science stat. Yeah. Maybe not that much crew back. But hey ho, we survived. That's what matters. So yes, we need to move on to the Glass Bee Dwarf Star. It's a shame really, because Dogman is well statted in science now. Yet I fear we won't be able to use them again. You've happened upon floating debris from several vessels. This is floating debris mission, by the way. It's unclear whether they are fighting one another or ambushed by some jerk pirate. However, further scans have revealed some items of interest. So we can grab the munitions crate, or is that a hot tub? You know what? We've built up bravado from pretty much nothing from the start of this mission. I think we've been gifted for a reason in that stat, and we should use said stat to acquire a hot tub. Yes, it is a hot tub. A very advanced, top-of-the-line hot tub that outclasses your current one by a factor of 10. You install this salvage treasure in your personal quarters and install your old one in the cafeteria. You know, for morale. Can't blame it there. So, bravado up. Baxxtor the Instructor. Hungry and desperate, you hail a passing alien ship. The holocom flickers on. Grahaha! Food? Only prime pupils get a tasty treat in my class. If you wish to survive, listen to my lecture carefully, Captain, for it will all be on the test. So we can distract him and steal the answers, present a doctor's note, or take notes and ace that test. We're going to science the shit out of this. You assemble your science team on the bridge and charge up your data pad. No test has ever bested you, and this test will be no different. You follow along, taking copious double annotated notes. Finally, Baxxtor faxes you the test. I mean, surely it's in the bag. Surely it is in the bag. Of course. Didn't doubt it for a second. Your stomach grumbles as you finish the test and send it back. Grrr. Acceptable job, Captain. B-. Baxxtor sends a tank of lemon lime nutri-paste to your celebrating crew, but you barely notice. A B- is a personal failure. I see, this is the problem with setting your views too high on things. You know, if you have low expectations, you're never disappointed. Just something to dwell upon. Something to dwell upon. So we have the asteroid belt, or we have the Class M star. Neither of them are offering us anything which we know of. So what do you want to do? I suppose an asteroid belt. Or do we? No, we'll do the star. Well done. Floating in space is a globule of what appears to be metallic nutri-paste. Despite the heavy metals present within the goop, your chief scientist assures you that it's still quite edible. So we can have food or hull. I think food is the safest one here. Look, if your chief scientist says it's okay, you're willing to give it a try. When you serve it to the crew, it tastes terrible, but there are no observed side effects. Plus, it turns out to be a great source of iron. Badum-tish, as it were. So, crisis. Popo on your tail. The Indestructible 2 is forced to pull over, and an imposing space cop appears on your view screen. Oh no, it's the Popo! Sergeant Desmond Popo, to be exact, he says, smiling politely and tipping his hat. Now, the reason I pulled you over, so we can floor it or cooperate. I'm not really in a position to be able to lose crew, so I think we'll cooperate. You're cooperative, which Sergeant Popo appreciates. This is just a courtesy stop. One of your taillights is out, did you know? Also, would you like to help fill this big boot? For charity. It's hard to fill the boot in space. I'm not holding that much hope on this. It's been a while since we've had a failure. Yeah, thought we would. You dump out all of the money. What? You dump out all the money and try to put the boot on, but it doesn't fit. You explain to Sergeant Popper that you can't fill the boot. Your foot's too small. You assign him an Urzan, and the boot fits it. You're thrilled. Poppo, not so much. So we've lost 2 bravado, 1 tactics, and 1 diplomacy. Okay. Well, not a lot I can do about that, really. We're looking for crew, though, more than anything. I'm not worried about hull. So we'll go to the Class O star. It's young and hot. Like temperature, hot, hot. Not attractive. Not. The Grobulus Rex. Shortly after deploying a routine foraging expedition to a nearby jungle world, you receive an emergency request. A sweaty corporal explains that the team is being chased by a Grobulus Rex, the most feared alpha predator in the sector. Oh dear. We can order the team to stand their ground, or orbital bombardment, or use the teleporter to extract the team. So it's either order the team to stand their ground or orbital bombardment. Either way, we're going to lose crew if we mess up. So it doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, we could put fuel up, I suppose. That would be the sensible thing to do, I think. We can afford to lose some fuel. As long as it's not a critical fail, we'll do that. It may be dangerous, but a hasty extraction of the team with the teleporter is their best chance to not become Rex Chow. I agree. Oh, okay. No. It slowed down ever so quick then. You get bits and pieces of the team. It seems that the teleportation process doesn't work as well if a giant predator is currently thrashing and chewing on the teleportee. At least you have something to bury. So we've lost fuel and crew. Oh well, I'm sure it could have been a lot worse. And then we're on to our last story away mission for this mission anyway. Astronomical anomaly plus crew, which means it's probably going to be negative crew as well. Awesome. Your transport engineer calls you over, concerned. The transporter is activated on its own, displaying seemingly random coordinates. The engineer is convinced it's a virus, but you know a call to adventure when you see one. Oh, red eyes. Let's send a team into the unknown. Who's going then? We've got William P. or Lebowski, it looks. As it stands, William P. does have the better stats overall than Lebowski. So, Lebowski it is, I guess. No. I didn't mean that. I meant William P. Sanity check. William P. grits their teeth, ready to face whatever random danger you're sending them to. Are you sure about this cap? The transporter engineer says, looking warily at the display. These readings are very strange. Yeah, send him out. William P. isn't going to get off that easily. It's time for adventure, damn it. You nod to the engineer, who sighs. The transporter fires up, atomizing the away team, and then you lose all contact with them. Oh dear. William P. stumbles forward, feeling disorientated. They've been dropped right back in the transporter room. The transporter engineer looks surprised to see them. Oh, I didn't know you were out, she grumbles. What? So we can try to beam out again, or get some food before trying again. Let's just go straight out again. No rest for the wicked. William P. tells the engineer to try again, repeating the coordinates. There is a red glint in the engineer's eyes as she blinks, confused. She shrugs and re-enters the coordinates. The transporter fires up again. Back in teleporter again? The team is back in the transporter room. What gives? The engineer says, squinting her red eyes. Those are the coordinates for our ship. Wait a minute. Did she always have red eyes? Why is she reaching for that big red button? Oh dear. So we can let her press the button, circumvent the red button, or bluff it. Let her press the red button. If she's got red eyes, I'm sure a red button is good in this world. Okay, go ahead, press it. William P. isn't afraid. They have survived all previous button pressings, and they will survive this one as well. The transporter engineer hits the red button. Alright, let's see if we're going to lose. Critical success, maybe? No. Teasing me. A deep voice says, that was easy. The engineer presses it again. That was easy. They keep pressing the button, fascinated. The away team uses the confusion to escape, though Jason Weiler trips on the way out. That was easy. Oh, Jason Weiler. Alright, well, these things happen. Investigation verifies this isn't your ship, the Indestructible 2, but the Invulnerable 2. We've done this already. A false galactic ship from a mirror universe where everyone has red eyes. The away team huddles up and plans the next move. So we can... Investigate the dimension or take them down. I believe last time around we investigated the dimension, so this time we're going to take them down. Parallel universes are never good news. That's basic science. William P. commands their team to skip straight to overthrowing the probably corrupt Mirror Captain. I agree. If William P. is going to stop the Mirror Captain or Niga Captain or whatever, they're going to need to make their way to the bridge. There's a lot of ground to cover. How should they make the approach? So we can demand to be taken to the captain, act like you own the place, or guns are blazing. It's guns are blazing every time. The away team may be battered and bruised, but those who remain do so because they're survivors. Fully armed, William P. is sure they can take on anything between here and the captain's chair. I believe in you, William P. I believe in you. Oh dear. Could have been worse. The moment combat breaks out, Bert Lehman is shot and killed. The away team uses their bodies as a shield to block incoming fire. William P. feels kind of guilty about it, but hey, whatever works. They would do the same. Yeah, bullet shields. I'm all for that. All for that. Finally, the away team's efforts are rewarded. They now stand at the entrance of the bridge, den of the Bizarro Captain. William P. hesitates for a moment. This will surely be dangerous. Are they really prepared? Yeah, let's do it. William P. has made it this far. There's no turning back now. Time to see what twisted version of their heroic, handsome and totally capable captain lurks behind this door. Thank you. Thank you. There they are, sitting smugly in the Invulnerable 2's captain chair, the Niga Captain. William P. is incensed. How dare they wear that beautiful face? It's time to end whatever evil schemes this mirror universe has. So we're going to have to kill him dead, I think. Simple solutions are often the best ones. William P. sets their phaser to the most deadly of the deadly settings and points it right between the Niga Captain's red eyes. Let's do this. I mean, it's on our side, I like to think. We're going to lose a crew, aren't we? It's going to speed up, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Saw it coming. William P. pulls the trigger, but it passes through the Niga Captain and ricochets into your own away team. The mirror crew on the bridge disappears. They were holograms. Self-destruct activated. A robotic voice chirps. The ship is coming apart and time is running out. Should William P. give the Invulnerable 2's crew a second chance as part of Galaxy Force, or should they take the Force's galactic resources? You know, for use for to use for good. That's what I meant to say. We're going to save the crew because we have no crew. Save the crew. It's not the Mirror Crew's fault that they are twisted clones of your friends and family. William P. resolves to give them a chance at a new life, guiding the Invulnerable 2's crew to the transport and onto your ship. Moving on. What a guy. That's what we needed. What a guy. Well done, Bill P. You did well there, son. And yeah, I'm very comfortable. Well, I say very comfortable. Fuel's a bit of a worry, but apart from that, let's have a quick look. Anyone got fuel? Anyone for fuel? Anyone at all for fuel to know where we're aiming? No, not before the shop. So as long as we hit the shop, that's fine. So plating or food? We'll go with food. Yeah, a red nebula. Let's do it. What initially appeared to be a star seems to be a planetoid covered in a calm golden ocean. Suddenly your sensors indicate multiple anomalies coming from the planet and inside your ship. If you believed in space ghosts, this would be scary. So we can fire a warning shot, land on the planetoid, or attempt to communicate. You know what? We've been very aggressive for a while now. I want to chill out a little. Let's attempt to communicate. You may not have a PhD in planetoids, but you know there's something fishy about this one. You concentrate the efforts of your crew on trying to make contact with whatever it is, or whoever may be inside of it. There we go. That's good, isn't it? That's good. No, that's bad. Critical. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Oh, my life. We've lost all our fuel. Okay. Days pass as your efforts to make sense of the undulating patterns yield no results. You slowly become convinced the shifty planetoid is hiding something. It takes an intervention by your concerned officers before you admit it's time to cut losses. Yeah. Engage the SOS. Got no other choice. No fuel. I mean, food's alright. We could do this for a while. A frazzled looking human, short-staffed by the way, hails you, explaining he has fuel to spare, but that his ship is woefully understaffed. He'll trade you fuel for some of your crew. He promises to drop them off at the next space station. Thankfully, that is something we can do without, so yeah, we'll do it. The man looks relieved to receive the extra help and beams his extra fuel aboard your ship. You're confident that your crew will be fine. And as it stands, I can afford to lose 4 crew. Then we shall go for unknowns. It'll be the Orange Nebula because there's less threat. And we've got a gravestone. Let's do it. Red the Noodle. Here lies Red the Noodle, frozen in time. If you must pass, do so with caution. Oh god. This message seems to resonate with some of your crew in like the bad way. Several crew are so freaked out that they run away from the gravesteroid as fast as they can. They are never seen again. Alright. Crisis, mischievous moonsquitoes. You're sitting on the bridge when suddenly you hear a high-pitched buzzing in your ear. It passes and then returns. This goes on for like 5 minutes before you realise the entire ship is infested with moonsquitoes. Great. So, as it stands, we're going to have to fumigate the ship because fuel is low. You don't know how these bugs got onto your ship, and you don't care. They're really obnoxious. You give the order to flood the ship with moonsquito pesticide deck by deck. So this is going to be a win. Guaranteed. There is no way. Yeah. Knew it. Knew it. Knew it. Gotta have confidence. Glass half full. Remind you again. Upon contact from the pesticide, the mosquitoes begin melting. You clean up the goo, and upon closer studies, discover that the bug leavings makes a pretty effective fuel. Nice. And then we have unknowns and unknowns. Both got single stats, single threats, should I say. So do I want to go to a BO star or an asteroid belt? You know what? We've been alright with asteroid belts. Let's do it again. Crisis, stray torpedo. Warning, you've been targeted by a slow-moving torpedo belonging to Galaxy Force. Upon closer study, it turns out that it's one of your torpedoes. One of your previously fired volleys must have missed and got its targeting scrambled. So we can recover it or destroy it. We're going to destroy it because we can afford to take the hit on the hull. You don't want some rogue munition flying around, you better take it out. You fire a second torpedo to destroy the first. It's a fail. Oh! Oh! Beautiful. Glass half full. I don't know who I'm kidding when I say that. The second torpedo closes in on the stray torpedo and destroys it in a shower of fireworks. Well, that's that, you guess. You do a thorough check of your other ordnance to make sure this incident isn't repeated. Nice. Da-ding. And then, I'm guessing we're going to head to the Space Alamo. A Taco Shan hotspot for trade and relaxation. Crew are in high demand to help with the farms. Let's go have a look-see. Too cold to hold. You get a warning from the ship's AI. A pipe containing hyperchilled fuel is about to rupture and cause damage to the ship. The AI recommends you dump the fuel into space. We'll be fine. What does an AI know? Anyway, besides, we don't want to waste our precious fuel. You can replace the pipes that might explode. The shredded hull plating might be a little more work, though. That's okay. We can afford it. Right, so fuel is imperative. We're almost home, though. You've arrived at the Space Alamo, a popular trading hub for the Taco Shans, as well as a variety of other species. The chilly people seem to run a tight ship around here, so it should be pretty safe to stop for a spell. So we can rest and lose food, or we can explore. Really, it's only Dogman who can't afford to take a hit. We haven't got any more away missions to go. I think they'll be fine, so let's explore. The Space Alamo is renowned for its orbitally grown produce. I can't get my words out. But there also seems to be a bar, along with a few other traders in the vicinity as well. So let's trade for resources. And we are happy to lose hull for fuel. So 2 of them for 2 of them. One more of those for 1 of those. I'm liking that. It's a nice even break. And, well, we're here. Let's have a drink. You can take a look around. It's packed with lively characters from all around the sector. Who would you like to talk to? So the lady with the power armor, the guy with a table full of gadgets, or we can return to the market. I've always been a bit of a gadget person, so I'll go with the gadget guy. The scraggly bearded man introduces himself as Erlen, a self-titled grand inventor. He has 2 devices, a quantum converter for your ship's computer and a device he swears will make you luckier. I'm going to go with the Isle of Computers because I'm interested to see if we have 9 of a stat, whether it takes away the critical failure. So we'll do Isle of Computers. The inventor beams. Oh yes, this will convert your inefficient trinary quantum computer to all new quadratic systems. If you could donate a few assistants, I'd be very appreciative. His stomach growls. I also work for food. Well, you can have 4 assistants. Yeah, go on. You can have 4 assistants. After finalising the details of the trade, the 2 of you shake hands and the inventor hands you his supposedly functional piece of technology. Nice. The traders still man their stalls, but the bar looks completely empty now. That's fine. That's fine. We'll be fine. You arrived at the space I've read that bit. Do I want to waste fuel and food? No, I don't. Let's leave. Let's crack on. So, we don't have far to go now. What are we going to go for? More crew or more food? Let's go for food. Ooh, the threat's 2 on either. Let's go to the Class X Dwarf Star then. Extra vehicle drama. Or vehicular drama, should I say. A rogue iron storm is approaching your ship at startling speeds. This wouldn't be a problem normally, but you have several crew floating in space just outside your ship doing repairs. You don't have time to both save them and avoid the storm. Well, we've got no more away missions, so power up the engines, I guess. You give the order to start the engines and adjust course to avoid the ion storm. The confused and increasingly frantic messages coming from the crew members outside cease once you are out of the range. I'm sorry, crew. You gotta do what you gotta do, or else we all die. Just add water. You receive a frantic message from the cafeteria. Apparently someone added water to a giant brick of dehydrated Nutri-Paste and it has begun to grow exponentially. Exponentially. It's a big word. Several crew members are trapped behind a giant blob of Nutri-Paste. So here we go. We get to science the shit out of it. I'd like to see if the critical failure disappears, or at least one of them disappears. The scientists concur that using a fuel-enhanced chemical flamethrower is best means of defeating the Nutri-Paste blob. As it stands, it's 9. So we're just going to fill it up. That's annoying. In fact, no, we're going to fill it up. That's rubbish. You dare give me a failure. I should think so too, with science that high. Honey, you shrunk the blob. It's so small that it will take hundreds of years to be dangerous again. You complain to the store where you bought the defective dehydrated Nutri-Paste and they replaced the bad batch. Little bit of food. Boom. And then on to the pink nebula for fuel. Or not. The incredible hull. The exterior of your ship has begun a self-reinforcing subroutine, collecting microscopic particles as you fly through space. Engineer DeLucas has outdone himself. Well done, engineer. Here we are. Cosmic storm. The way forward is obscured by an endlessly churning cosmic storm. Green light pulses and flashes from within the thick, vibrant clouds. How will you proceed? So, I think our best bet here is to use an EMP to negate the storm as our highest stat. We could lose crew. That's okay. We got 11. It's either that or we put our hull at risk. No, what? Crew's fine. Use an EMP. You nod at your weapons officer, who anticipated your order and went ahead and primed the electromagnetic pulse cannon. Alright, here we go. It's even Steven on the stats. And that is... Oh, it slowed down a lot. Awesome. An impressive cluster of implosions erupt throughout the storm. The lightning coalesces into easily avoidable orbs of energy. Your science team attempts to harvest the orbs for fuel and, except for one deadly discharge, succeeds. Cool. So I think that means we're pretty safe. Unless something ridiculous... Oh my god. Free threat there. Free threat there. So, I don't know. Asteroid belt, I guess? Yeah, I'll do the asteroid belt. 3 threat. I don't think we've had a 3 threat before. Galactic gridlock. Oh, bugger. Traffic is backed up for several parsecs due to an overturned energy tanker that flipped due to a loose wormhole cover. Oh, I know that feeling, friend. So we'll be okay as long as we don't lose fuel here. You've reached the asteroid field known as Orion's Buckle. Today it appears dense with asteroids of all shapes and sizes. Crossing won't be easy. Anything could happen in here. so we can dissolve the asteroids, convince ships to go through with you, or switch off autopilot and take the helm. Again, we need to science it. I presume this is going to mean that it's going to be very full on critical failures with 3. 4, you order your science team to formulate a compound to dissolve the asteroids. When the compound is ready, you order your crew to load the hoses. I mean, it's as good as it's going to get stat-wise. Boom. That's how you finish off an episode. Incredibly, the asteroids shrink down and become soft and spongy. You've discovered a new appetizer. You harvest them and sell your compound to Kentucky Fried Slee Stack. And we get more bravado and food. Awesome. It's a shame you can't sort of shop in what's left of your stats at the end, not your stats, your cargo at the end, and help it towards your next mission. But then again, I suppose you're not really getting much more. But there we go, Galaxy 4 Starbase, the next outpost along the Orion Trail. Oh. Gravestone. I'm confident. Mike Lee, where must we go? We who wander this wasteland. At the bottom of the gravestone are explicit instructions to burn this gravestone after reading it. You shrug and feed the entire gravestoid to your warp core. It's surprisingly effective fuel. Yeah. Well, there you go. Mission successful. Boom. Congratulations, Captain Padge. You have successfully traversed the quadrilateral quadrant in the most daring expedition. Galaxy Force honours you with the title Admirable Scientist. Indeed. So we had 23 encounters, 14 events, and 3 away missions. And generally speaking, we had 10 failures and 16, arguably 16 successes. But if you take out the fact we lost crew on 3, that's 13. So that is good. That's very good. We have the obituary on the side there. Much respect to everyone. Red Hawkins, John Bamagoo. And that's it. We are done. We are on another gold medal. We are on to the Gates of McFadden. Hey, I like that. That's a Star Trek. Even I got that one. That's a Star Trek reference. But we will look at that on the next episode. So thank you for watching. As always, a like is appreciated. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.